Wrestling fans, my name's Jay Biggs. I'm your ring announcer, and you are here on the inaugural episode of the biggest little wrestling show filmed right here, live in Reno, Nevada. You're going to be able to see us every Wednesday, just like you are right now on Channel 12 and 220. So hold on, buckle up, folks. We've got an hour of exciting action headed your way. Now, just to tell you a little bit about the Reno-Wrestle-Factory and the biggest little wrestling show. We're homegrown local entertainment, and we've got some of the best matches that you will ever see in independent wrestling, not just from here in Northern Nevada, but Northern California as well. Superstars from all over. We're even going to take a chance to go back into the vault and check out old matches from other federations that the Reno-Wrestle-Factory stars appear on throughout the West Coast, so Northwest, South, the Southeast. We've got it all covered right here for you. So make sure you sit down and hold on, folks. This is going to be an exciting evening of wrestling action for you. Now, one thing you can do is if you get a chance during our breaks, go ahead and go over to your computer and check out our wrestling site on the internet. It's called reno-wrestle-factory.com. You can check us out there, of course. We have roster info. We've got upcoming show dates. We've just got all sorts of information, wallpapers and whatnot that you will definitely enjoy. You can find us as well on social networks such as MySpace, Twitter, Facebook. Make sure you go and find us there. Till then, later on, I'm going to be back to tell you about our wrestling facility here, our brand spanking new partnership that we have with Ken Shamrock's Lions Den here in Reno, and I'll tell you how you yourself can become a professional wrestler. Till then, make sure you hold on, as I mentioned before. We're heading right into action right now as the Frisco Flame takes on the big 7-foot wrecking ball, Paul Isadora, right now.
He stands 7 feet tall, weighing over 300.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the RWF's inaugural biggest little wrestling show right here in Reno, Nevada. Homegrown for you to see right here live in front of 300 strong at the RWF's inaugural event in Reno. Standing next to me is my broadcast colleague. His name is John Billington, coming all the way from England. John, what do you feel about this match today?
Well, I'm pretty excited about this match per se, but I'm not too familiar with both these guys. Like you just said, I'm from England. I'm from Blackpool, England. The RWF was kind enough to fly me out here, and I'm excited to see the show.
Definitely excited to have you on board. Look at that, all 7 feet of the wrecking ball, Paul Isadora. Man, this guy has definitely wreaked havoc on the West Coast in the last few years. He is facing off against a guy, though, who I don't want to take anything away from. Frisco Flame from the Castro district of San Francisco. You at all familiar with the Castro district there, John?
Of course not, and I'd like to question what kind of wrestling you guys are doing here in the States. I've never seen a guy so flamboyant, and he's quite creepy, if you ask me.
Yeah, he's definitely creepy. You could say that for sure, but once he gets here in the ring and starts...
Jesus, look at the size difference of these guys, you know. Paul Isadora reminds me of giant haystacks over here in the UK.
Boy, he is definitely tall. And you know what? Over 300 pounds, so there's a definite weight advantage over Frisco Flame. Height advantage without doubt. But not exactly sure what the Frisco Flame, what his technique is here, and how he's trying to get the upper hand in this match with the big wrecking ball. What do you think your strategy would be, John, if you were facing some guy the size of the wrecking ball, Paul Isadora?
My strategy was to get like a sledgehammer and hit him in the bean with it.
That would probably work, and then London Bridge falls down, I guess you could say. Here we go, big collar double tie-up on the way.
A British joke.
I guess you could say it was. Oh, Frisco Flame not wanting any part in that and quickly realizing that the power is definitely on the side of... And there he is messing with the ring announcer, my God.
Wouldn't that be you?
That's me. That's me, and look, I'm trying to brush it off. I don't even want to mess with that. Now,
if I can just say something right here, Mr. Biggs, this guy would have to be a freaking moron to get in the ring with this guy.
Well, anybody would, definitely. When you see a guy the size of big Paul Isadora, you definitely want to stay clear of him. He's like a giant redwood. And we have those here in Northern California, in Northern Nevada. We have those giant redwoods, and he quickly reminds me of one of those. When you stand up next to him, he is just, the girth and the size is just immense. Right now we got Frisco Flame kind of taunting the big man. I'm not sure that's going to pay off. I'm sure he's just going to upset him the more he does this. This would upset me. How about you?
If I was the big guy, Paul Isadora, I would just grab this guy by his head, fling him around the ring, and end this match in about 2 seconds.
I have a feeling that might be what's going to happen here if he keeps taunting the big wrecking ball. But right now, looks like they're circling the ring, trying to just kind of feel out what's going on. We've got referee Toby in there, officiating tonight.
And look, Isadora, he's huge.
Oh, and look at that. Come on now. This is... What is this, collegiate wrestling?
It's quite a difference from the wrestling I've seen, and the rules are quite different, but I just can't pinpoint the strategy that these guys are doing right now.
Definitely need to get the action underway here, as Frisco Flame is just taking way too much time. I think the anger, if I can say from knowing the Wrecking Ball as well as I do, is just boiling up inside of him. He is ready to explode, and it's going to be like a giant volcano, all 7 feet of him, as it explodes all over Frisco Flame, because he is about to get it. Here we go. He's not, well, see, that right there, that's what I'm talking about. Pushes Frisco back in the ropes, and it's almost as if he likes it.
If you ask me, Frisco Flame is playing with fire here. Paul Isidore he's taking his time, hasn't broken his sweat yet, and all Frisco Flame is doing is acting the fool.
That's right. He definitely has some sugar in his drawers, but I'll tell you this much right now. Don't take anything away from the wrestling. Oh, there it is, finally. That's what I was talking about earlier. You can only play with this guy for so long, and up and over. Frisco Flame once again to the outside of the ring, trying to get away from this guy, but you know what? Inevitably, he's going to have to get in there and just take the beating.
You know, Frisco's not a small guy either. I've seen him before. He's got to be almost 6 feet tall, and big Paul Isidore just threw him across the ring.
Come on, Frisco, get off the fans. Nobody wants that. A guy and his daughter sitting there.
I wonder if he's even had his strength tested before.
Who knows? Who knows? I'll tell you this much. This kid has had some gigantic wins on the West Coast. He's wrestled for federations all up and down, Northern California, Southern California, Oregon area. So don't take anything away from the Frisco Flame's abilities, but definitely an odd strategy here. And what in the world is this? This is ridiculous.
Well, see, oh, God.
Oh, look at that.
I come from the world of amateur wrestling, and he was challenging Paul Isidore to get in a position, in an equal environment, but the big man, he had nothing to do with it.
That had nothing to do with the quality, I think. This right here, look at this. The Wrecking Ball now has things pretty much under control because he's finally got a hand on this guy. Big 7-foot slam there. Coming off the ropes. Leg drop misses. Big man's down. Frisco Flame's up. What's this? Oh, lariat right across the throat. And that's exactly what I was talking about, John. Look at this. Frisco Flame can't take anything away from this guy's wrestling ability. Once he gets you down, you never know exactly when you're going to get back up. He's staying on top of him, too. I'll give him that.
Well, if you noticed, the reason Frisco's in control right now is the big guy made a mistake. I don't think he'll be making any more of those anytime soon.
Definitely not. Oh, well, look at this. Frisco Flame right into the post with his right shoulder. He is in some pain on the floor. Look at this. Now, I'd say, John, this is about the time that it gives Big Wrecking Ball Paul Isidore a chance to recoup and regather his thoughts and his strategy on this match, because thus far, I wouldn't say either man has been more successful than the other. We just know that there is a gigantic height and weight advantage that goes to the Wrecking Ball Paul Isidore.
I've got a question for you, Biggs. Where does Frisco Flame buy his ring gear?
Romantic Sensations on South Virginia Street, right just a little bit south of downtown.
You rattled that off pretty quick. Have you been there before?
No. Okay, we won't go there. Regardless, right now, Frisco Flame in a little bit of trouble, or actually a big bit of trouble. Uh-oh, look at this. The sports bra's up. The chest is exposed. Is that right? I don't know, but a big frying pan to the chest for Frisco Flame from the Wrecking Ball, Paul Isidore. What do you think about that, John?
He's got a handful of bananas. He just smacked the crap out of him.
I think that would actually be something Frisco would more so enjoy than the hand of the Wrecking Ball, because that is just, and see, here we go again. Fans are calling for it again, and this time it's over. Can we even call that a bra? I'm not even sure if we should call that a bra or not, but regardless, it's over the chest of Frisco Flame, and he's definitely having trouble breathing right now.
It looks a wee bit inappropriate to me.
That's kind of what I was thinking, too. Oh, look at that. Boot to the face of the Big Wrecking Ball, and Frisco Flame up on the second rope. What's going on here? What in the world is this? He's just upsetting the big man, and look at this. He's got his hand right around the throat. All 7 feet and plus into a choke slam. Frisco Flame, he's down and out right there in the middle of the ring. What do you think about this, John?
Mark my words, that purple Frisco Flame will never get up from that move.
We're going to find out. 1, 2. Oh, see, I told you. I told you, John. all he did was upset the big man. And he's got a little bit of time here to go ahead and just, I guess you could say, fling around the Frisco Flame like a little rag doll. And I think he's going to do it. Here, let's see what happens.
He's like a lion playing with his food.
Exactly.
I like this Paul Isadora. He's stalking him, playing with him.
Frisco Flame's like a light snack for him. Look at this. Throats around him again. Oh, look at this. He's all the way up, at least 9-10 feet in the air.
Oh, my God.
And what's going to happen here? Is he going down? Boom! Right there, a gigantic maneuver from the Wrecking Ball. Paul Isadora getting the 1, the 2, and the 3 in the very first match of the biggest little wrestling show here in Reno, Nevada. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner is all 7 feet tall, over 300 pounds, the Wrecking Ball, Paul Isadora. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got some more exciting action heading your way.
Hi, welcome to Stingray Tattoo, Reno's oldest tattoo studio. We also do body piercing. We are currently having a sale on t-shirts and tank tops for 50% off. Please check us out on stingraytattoo.net or Facebook. At Stingray Tattoo, all we do is custom tattoos.
Zodiac Sign Company for all your signage needs, including vehicle wraps, banners, ADA signage, digital printing, cut vinyl, 3-dimensional letters, hand painting, and custom design. The Zodiac Sign Company, serving the Reno-Sparks area since 1999. For more information, call 775-324-0799.
What's Beachhead Deli?
It's the freshest ingredients.
The most unique sandwiches.
It's 8 microbrews on tap.
It's friends and family!
Beachhead Deli, the best sandwiches on earth.
Hi, I'm Matt Morgan with TNA Wrestling. I've accomplished a lot in the professional wrestling ring. I can wrestle, I can body slam, I can pin the best of them. But my proudest accomplishment is working to overcome my symptoms of ADHD. That's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. You know, either hyperactivity, inattentiveness, impulsivity, or some combination of the three. It's not always easy to beat. It has to be identified and diagnosed by a treatment professional. Luckily, mine was treated early. Now I'm focused and a force to be reckoned with in professional wrestling, something my opponents don't like too much. If you think that you have ADHD, help is available. You can get more information on this at chad.org. That's CHADD.org. Thank you.
I'm WWE superstar Triple H. In World Wrestling Entertainment, my skill, experience, and strong muscles helped me to succeed. Now I'm proud to be making a muscle and making a difference for MDA, the Muscular Dystrophy Association. MDA is bringing help and hope to kids and adults with muscular dystrophy. But to keep this great work going, MDA needs you. So get involved in a fight we're going to win. The fight against muscular dystrophy. Be the next to flex for MDA.
This is Lester the Legend from Ken Shamrock's Lion's Den. You're watching the biggest little wrestling show.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. Jay Biggs here, back with you at our brand new training facility. Thousands of square feet, folks, for you to train to become a professional wrestler right here at the Reno-Wrestle-Factory. We are now accepting students right here in Reno. Want to announce a giant partnership between us and UFC legend Ken Shamrock's Lion's Den right here in Reno on Longley Lane, folks. This is the place to be because not only is there the best in wrestling training from the top stars of Northern Nevada and Northern California, but also UFC training, jiu-jitsu training. I mean, let's just go ahead and take a walk around here at the Lion's Den, show you what we got. Thousands of square feet, mats beyond mats. I mean, look at this. We've got weight benches. We've got all sorts of stuff. Let's check it over here. A cage. Now, folks, if you want the best in MMA training, you got to do it inside the real thing. This is a real official size UFC octagon. Got to have that. Now, we got training facility equipment right over here as well. Check out punching bags. Just a plethora of those if you want to go ahead and try to utilize that. That would be an awesome thing. You know, if you just come down here to the Reno Wrestle Factory, we are at Longley Lane, Reno, Ken Shamrock's Lion's Den. Make sure you check them out on the World Wide Web at kenshamrock.com. Also, our website, brand spanking new. If you haven't been to it, you need to head over there right now. It's reno-wrestle-factory.com. You can also find us on the World Wide Web at other spots, such as Twitter, also Facebook and MySpace. The links are all right there for you, including tons of other cool stuff. Once again, that is reno-wrestle-factory.com. Till then, hey, you're here for wrestling action, right? I am too. Let's get into it now as Dylan Drake takes on Dalton Frost, the Hangman from Cold County, Texas, next.
Welcome back, wrestling fans, to exciting RWF action here on the biggest little wrestling show. Headed down the aisle to the ring now is a man who comes to us from Cold County, Texas, Big Dalton Frost, the Hangman himself, in action here against Dylan Drake, the San Francisco home favorite. This is going to be an awesome contest. John, what do you think about this?
Well, you got to respect a guy that can leave the house dressed like this. I mean, he's custom-tated from head to toe. I obviously am taking him very seriously at the moment.
I don't blame you at all. But I mean, look at those chaps in the leather. I mean, it's definitely intimidating. And right now, it looks like we're getting set. See Dylan Drake come down to ringside. But let me tell you a little bit about these two guys here. Dylan Drake, he has been up-and-comer on the West Coast since 2007, trained with All Pro Wrestling on the West Coast, a very well-known federation, and he's held multiple titles up and down the West Coast. In fact, Dalton Frost, more of a recent acquisition here to Northern California and Northern Nevada.
Well, that's all well and good. Titles are a good thing, but let me tell you, let me explain something right now, Biggs. This guy's going to get destroyed against Dalton Frost.
I don't think that at all. Take nothing away from Dylan Drake. I don't know if you've just not seen him in action or what, but this guy has heart. And when I'm talking about heart, he has lots of it, and the fans just get right in behind him. Look at this. The kids love him. He's having a good time so far.
Well, I've seen him, and quite frankly, I'm not impressed.
Well, that's you're mad, I guess you could say. He's set and ready for the action. Look at this. Here we got referee Toby in the ring. Ready to go.
Let's have a crew of people working on that ad.
You think so? You know, what's funny is my wife says he looks like Prince Charming from Shrek. I don't know if that's true or not. What do you think?
I'm actually surprised that some poor girl, you seduce some young poor girl into marrying you.
Yeah. I don't know how I got that. And I'm the one who got lucky, believe it or not. All right, as I said, referee Toby checking him out.
Sure.
Yep. Okay. So John, definitely not in a good mood for this one. We're going to find out what happens here as Dalton Frost and, of course, Dylan Drake tie it up. Referee Toby calls for that bell. We're on now, and let's see here. We got a big collar and elbow tie-up. Big man Dalton Frost is probably going to have not just a size advantage, which is obvious, but also a strength advantage. But Dylan Drake, look at this, actually backing the big man up in the corner, John.
It's only going to be about a minute or two before big Dalton Frost disposes of this carbon copy Ken doll, if I can make a reference to the dolls you Americans play with.
Oh, you can say what you want. This guy is no doll, and he's not going to be toyed around with at all. Dylan Drake, as I mentioned earlier, just heart and determination. This kid, look at this. Look at him now here in the corner, taking those big shoulders from the Hangman from Cold County, Texas, Dalton Frost. Big whip into the corner. Look at this. Oh, Dalton completely missed Dylan Drake. Dylan Drake now. Oh, nice arm drag takeover. Beautifully executed there. We have a drop kick. Almost all 6.5 feet there. And now Dylan Drake. Oh, big clothesline. Dalton Frost, the Hangman from Cold County, Texas, caught some hang time. And now he's on the outside of the ring, John.
You know, it doesn't surprise me that Dylan Drake's in control right now because Dalton Frost has driven about 1,200 miles from Texas. He doesn't get the luxuries that Dylan Drake does with the private jets and that and this and that. And if you look closely here, look at that. Another move right to the midsection of Dylan Drake. He's definitely got the wind knocked out of him.
Well, it seems to me like here, John, that you're changing your mind up a little bit now that you're seeing the abilities of Dylan Drake. But Dalton Frost, take nothing away from him at all. Obviously in control right now on the outside, being very smart, not looking for a count-out victory, throwing his opponent back into the ring. Now big Dalton Frost comes in. Let's see what he's... Oh, just a nasty boot.
Nothing too fancy about Dalton Frost, as you see right there as he kicked the teeth down the throat of Dylan Drake.
Right now, Dylan Drake still reeling from that. Another clubbing forearm, right forearm there. Another one. Look at this. Dalton Frost, I can tell you this much, is staying on top of Dylan Drake. I don't blame him for doing that. Dylan, definitely a man who you want to keep off of his feet and off the ropes. Man, he's somewhat of a high flex. There you go. Cross-body block. 1, 2. Only a 2 count. I didn't suspect that would put away the big man from Cold County quite yet.
Of course not. You see the size of Dalton Frost? He's huge. He's like a big steer.
260 pounds of him. Here we go now, as I mentioned before, he's on the ropes, trying to choke out Dylan Drake. Referee's got to get a count issued here. 1, 2, 3. Referee Toby Kahn, stay on top of him. That's illegal. Dalton Frost, as normal, always arguing with the referee, trying to get the upper hand in some, I guess you could say, unpredictable way.
You know, that wasn't too illegal. The match is still here. We haven't been disqualified.
Well, no, that's true. That's true, and that's why Dylan Drake is still in the corner, fighting his heart out against this big man.
You seem to forget the object of this game we call wrestling is to win the match by any means necessary.
Well, you can say that, but there's dirty and then there's clean. Look at this now. Oh, look at it was like a clothesline from Cold County while he's sitting right there on the ground. This could be it. 1, 2, and 2.5. Dylan Drake. It's still early in the match, John, but, man, that almost took him to that 3 count, which is not a good place for him to be right now, considering how early it is in this contest.
It actually surprises me that Dylan Drake hasn't wet his pants with fear from wrestling Dalton Frost. Look, he's going to destroy him right now.
Nice sunset flip coming up. Let's see if he can get big Dalton over. Oh, there you go. Now, this is what you're talking about with him wetting his pants to the size advantage. This guy's just got power and girth over him.
You know, you can do all the fancy moves that you can off the ropes and show your athleticism, but what it boils down to, Biggs, is Dalton Frost is a destruction waiting to happen here in the RWF.
Well, he is a hangman, that's for sure, and you know exactly what that means. That means and spells doom and destruction for a lot of people, and over the years in Cold County, Texas.
Where did you learn how to spell?
Well, you know, we have a nice system here in America called the schooling system, and I went through it, learned my alphabet, and I'm not going to go there with you, John. Come on. Believe me, I'm not going to win a proper English battle with you anyway. Almost a 3 count there on Dylan Drake. As you can see the look on Dylan Drake's face, he's starting to wonder exactly how he's going to have to change his game plan up in order to beat the big hangman here tonight. And look at this. Blows to the midsection from Dylan Drake off the rope. Oh, just not enough.
Those punches were a closed fist, by the way.
I'll say what you want. The referee's in there. He's got control. The match is still going, right, John?
Well, of course it is. We're watching it, aren't we?
Exactly. Now, in front of 300 strong, Reno-Wrestle-Factory. Want to thank each and every one of you for joining us every Wednesday night. Digital Channel 220 and, of course, Channel 12. And 7 p.m., what a nice time for us to be on. It's just right in prime time, wouldn't you say, John?
It doesn't matter what time of the day that I'm on television. You're going to have excellent ratings no matter what you do.
I wouldn't hold my breath for that Emmy. All right, here we go into the ropes is Dylan Drake. Dalton Frost misses. He hits his chest in there. Nice roll-up by Dylan. 1, 2. Oh. Just a 2 count. Still very early in the match for Dalton. As you know, John, he's basically had the upper hand this whole contest until now.
Of course he has. Look at the size of this guy. He's huge. He's a behemoth. He's full of piss and vinegar.
Yeah, that's a nasty combination. I can only imagine what it smells like after he puts out those campfires on the range. Oh, boy. Looks like he's picking him up. What is this going to be? And, a backbreaker. Dylan Drake now, he's just going to go ahead and twist his back across that right knee of his. And this just shows you the remorse that the hangman has. Absolutely zero, John.
You're right about that, Biggs. That was we call that a box stretcher in the UK because he stretched the bullocks right out of his back.
That actually makes sense there. And the ref going for another count. 1, 2. See, Dalton Frost has got to get up and hit that big clothesline that he hits, and the lariat clothesline, and that could definitely be the end for Dylan Drake. He's wearing him down. I'm assuming that eventually he's eventually going to hit that on him, but right now the wear down process continues with the headlock, and Dylan Drake, as you can see there, is definitely feeling this.
What a perfect chin lock applied by Dalton Frost. Obviously, he's worked on this hold by stretching steers and cattle on his ranch, whatever it takes to get the job done.
Definitely a mean individual, but Dylan Drake fighting back. Nice elbow to the breadbasket. 2, 3, he's off now. Looks like he's got the big man reeling somewhat. A shoulder tackle there from the ropes. Dylan Drake going back at him one more time. Another shoulder tackle. That's a big man there, Dylan. You might want to rethink this game plan. Oh, almost hit that lariat. Dylan, oh, the double clothesline. They're both down, John.
Well, obviously, the stamina of both these guys is taking effect. And like I said, Dalton Frost has been traveling for the last 18 hours to get here. He's got a big F-150 truck. I'm sure you're familiar with that. I know I'm not. I drive a Jaguar.
Yeah, we know how you Euro people drive those really nice cars like Mercedes and whatnot. But you know what? It doesn't matter if he pulled up here in a Yugo, an F-150, an F-550. The bottom line right now is look at this. Big man's going for him. And oh! He blocked it and got a punch in. Dylan Drake with another right hand. He's blocked both. Oh, a drop kick. Missile drop kick right to the face. And look at this. Dylan Drake going up. Second rope. Oh, look at that. A nice leg drop across the chest. Dylan Drake's fired up. The fans reeling and getting right in behind Dylan Drake now, John. Look at that. And he's picking him up. Belly to back. Oh, into the backbreaker. I can't believe that. Let's see if this is going to be enough. 1, 2, and 2.5, John.
I'll give him some type of credit. It was a nice move. That backbreak, it devastated big Dalton Frost.
You got to wonder what that did to the knee of Dylan Drake, putting almost 300 pounds across his knee. And now he's climbing up the top rope. Not sure if exactly this is going to be the smartest thing, and no, it wasn't. A little bit too much out of it at this current time to make it up to that top rope without big Dalton getting up. You know, as we mentioned earlier, how much Dalton has had control of this match already, John.
You can't take too many risks with a guy like Dalton Frost because he'll just chew you up and spit you out.
Well, hold on now. Speaking of chewing up, look at this. Up there on the corner, looked like he might have been biting his head, and now he's been thrown off. Dylan Drake up on the top rope. He's flying. Oh, flying body press off the top. 1, 2, 3, and that's going to be it, ladies and gentlemen, is Dylan Drake. He defeats the Hangman from Cold County, Texas, here at the biggest little wrestling show in Reno, Nevada, folks. I can't believe that. Definitely overcoming size and becoming the triumph here of the Reno-wrestle-factory in this match.
Frankly, I'm still not impressed.
Well, you can say what you want, but this is the man. We'll be right back with more wrestling action, folks.
Hi, welcome to Stingray Tattoo, Reno's oldest tattoo studio. We also do body piercing. We are currently having a sale on t-shirts and tank tops for 50% off. Please check us out on stingraytattoo.net or Facebook. At Stingray Tattoo, all we do is custom tattoos.
Zodiac Sign Company for all your signage needs, including vehicle wraps, banners, ADA signage, digital printing, cut vinyl, three-dimensional letters, hand painting, and custom design. The Zodiac Sign Company, serving the Reno-Sparks area since 1999. For more information, call 775-324-0799.
I'm Matt Morgan with TNA Wrestling. I've accomplished a lot in the professional wrestling ring. I can wrestle, I can body slam, I can pin the best of them. But my proudest accomplishment is working to overcome my symptoms of ADHD. That's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. You know, either hyperactivity, inattentiveness, impulsivity, or some combination of the three. It's not always easy to beat. It has to be identified and diagnosed by a treatment professional. Luckily, mine was treated early. Now I'm focused and a force to be reckoned with in professional wrestling, something my opponents don't like too much. If you think that you have ADHD, help is available. You can get more information on this at chadd.org. That's CHADD.org. Thank you.
What's Beach at Deli?
It's the freshest ingredients.
The most unique sandwiches.
It's 8 microbrews on tap.
It's friends and family!
Beach at Deli, the best sandwiches on earth.
Chupacabra. Sheik Khan Abadi. Dalton Frost. Frisco Flame. Brian Cage. Rick Luxury. will-rood. Mustafa Saeed, Dylan Drake, Jody Christofferson, Derek Sanders, Larry Blackwell, Vinny Massaro, Malachi, Dennis DeMarco, The Big Ugly, Hard Corey Dayton, Adam-Thornstowe, Sir Samurai, Luster Legend, Paul Isadora,
I'm WWE superstar Triple H. In World Wrestling Entertainment, my skill, experience, and strong muscles helped me to succeed. Now I'm proud to be making a muscle and making a difference for MDA, the Muscular Dystrophy Association. MDA is bringing help and hope to kids and adults with muscular dystrophy. But to keep this great work going, MDA needs you. So get involved in a fight we're going to win. The fight against muscular dystrophy. Be the next to flex for MDA.
Zodiac Sign Company for all your signage needs, including vehicle wraps, banners, ADA signage, digital printing, cut vinyl, three-dimensional letters, hand painting, and custom design. The Zodiac Sign Company, serving the Reno-Sparks area since 1999. For more information, call 775-324-0799.
Hi, welcome to Stingray Tattoo, Reno's oldest tattoo studio. We also do body piercing. We are currently having a sale on t-shirts and tank tops for 50% off. Please check us out on stingraytattoo.net or Facebook. At Stingray Tattoo, all we do is custom tattoos.
Hi, I'm Matt Morgan with TNA Wrestling. I've accomplished a lot in the professional wrestling ring. I can wrestle, I can body slam, I can pin the best of them. But my proudest accomplishment is working to overcome my symptoms of ADHD. That's attention deficit hyperactivity disorder. You know, either hyperactivity, inattentiveness, impulsivity, or some combination of the three. It's not always easy to beat. It has to be identified and diagnosed by a treatment professional. Luckily, mine was treated early. Now I'm focused and a force to be reckoned with in professional wrestling, something my opponents don't like too much. If you think that you have ADHD, help is available. You can get more information on this at chadd.org. That's CHADD.org. Thank you.
What's Beach Hut Deli? It's the freshest ingredients.
The most unique sandwiches.
It's 8 microbrews on tap.
It's friends and family!
Beach Hut Deli, the best sandwiches on earth.
In case you've been living under a rock lately, this is Adam-Thornstowe. I'm Luster the Legend, and we are the Reno Scum.
We are the socially corrupt underground militia, and we're on a mission to destroy and exterminate every wrestler, so you can all do yourselves a favor. You can go home right now, and you can rinse your mouth out with a pistol, because that's going to be a lot easier than what the scum does to you. Because they say the good die young.
Well then the scum, we're gonna live forever, cause united we survive, divided we die.
Welcome back, wrestling fans. Jay Biggs here with you. What an exciting hour it has been thus far here on the inaugural Biggest Little Wrestling Show in Reno, Nevada. Well, it's almost main event time, but before we get into that, I want to remind each and every one of you to join our sponsors, not just on the World Wide Web, but make sure you walk in and say you saw them on the Biggest Little Wrestling Show. Ken Shamrock's Lion's Den on Longley Lane right here in Reno. Of course, Zodiac Sign Company. Big thank you to them. Beach Hut Deli. Boy, that's some good food. And also, make sure as well you check out Stingray Tattoo on Wells for some of the best tattoos in Reno. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you yourself would like to be involved in this homegrown entertainment and advertise right here on the Biggest Little Wrestling Show, call the number flashing on the screen right now and make sure you join the Reno-Wrestling-Factory family. Folks, as I promised you, it's main event time. We're going to get into it now as Malachi and Hardcore Dayton teaming as Big and Tasty. They take on the Reno Scum, Luster the Legend, and Adam-Thornstowe in the main event. Headed your way right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall.
Welcome back, RWF fans, to the main event. It is now time for the big tag team match as we see the Reno Scum take on these two guys, Big and Tasty. One Malachi and Hardcore Dayton. These two, John, have been wreaking havoc all over the tag team division of the West Coast for the last few months.
I've heard quite a bit of stories from both these blokes. Malachi is just a big beast. I know he's held some pretty important titles in the West Coast here. And Hardcore Dayton, no slouch as well. He's a technical wrestler and a shooter. He'll take you on the mat by your neck and grind and pound you out.
That's definitely right. And here we go. Over 300 strong for our inaugural event here tonight in Reno, Nevada. Once again, thank you all for being a part of the biggest little wrestling show. I'm your host, Jay Biggs. Alongside me here is John Billington, all the way from England. Man, thank you for joining us.
From the world-famous Billington clan.
Do you have your own crest and everything, too, over there?
Of course.
Be interesting to see that. All right. See if we can get the tag team of the Reno Scum out here. Boy, this crowd is just good. Listen to them explode.
Please welcome, in a total combined weight of 400.
You can count the number of titles that these guys have had, but it doesn't matter because they're going to suffer quite a beating from Big and Tasty.
Say what you want, but John, this is the top tag team on the West Coast, no question about it. And look at it as they come through the curtain. Luster the Legend, the Rock Legend Scum, Adam Thornstowe, being led to the ring, of course, by Christina Von Erie. They are the Reno Scum. And listen to this crowd explode with the oys. Folks rallying behind the Reno Scum, of course. We're in Reno. They are the hometown favorites. Big and Tasty, they've definitely got some problems on their hands tonight.
Again, the oi chant that you hear from the Reno Scum was stolen from the punk scene in Britain. Once again, the United States has stolen from Britain. I just want to put that on record.
These guys have been saying oi for years. Of course, I do know that the oi is a punk slang that has been used for years by them. But these guys are real. These guys are serious punks. These guys run the streets.
Started in Britain, Biggs.
Look at this, ringing the bell. We don't have a bell yet.
Again, never turn your back on your opponent.
Especially when they're big and just dirty individuals. That's all I got to say about it. Look at this. Oh, double clothesline over the top rope. We see Big Malachi take it to the floor. Now Hardcore Dayton in there with the pink on his trunks. Oh, a nice spear from Luster the Legend. And the Montello spike into the corner on the back of Hardcore Dayton. Boy, he hit him hard, didn't he?
Of course he did, but if you notice, the referee should have stopped everything and started this match from the bell.
True. We don't have a bell yet, but we're going to find out exactly. The referee here, see, just needs to get things under control. Thus far, John, he doesn't really have an upper hand on it, but hopefully we'll get a bell.
Who's paying these referees?
You know, I'm not sure. I am not sure, but contrary to popular belief by you, for some reason thinking that there's biased refs here, which there isn't, there's nobody that's really necessarily paying these refs.
Probably the same guy who's stupid enough to give you a paycheck.
Oh, come on, man. You know, you come all the way over here from England. I've heard that you guys are really hospitable people and really nice and good in nature. Thus far, I'm not seeing anything but an angry Englishman from you.
That's simply not true. We're dirty people. I'm here to admit that.
Okay, that explains the smell. All right, Luster the Legend kicking things off against Big Malachi. Collar and elbow tie-up. Let's see who's the stronger of these two. Malachi getting the upper hand on that, though. He's got him in a nice headlock. I wonder how that mohawk's going to play into this for Luster the Legend, John.
There is quite an interesting bit of facial hair going on in this main event.
Oh, yes, lots of it. And now...
Power from Malachi.
Yes, this guy is huge. Take nothing away from either of these men. Both of them are big figures here on the West Coast. Very well known. They can get the job done, singles action or tag team. Hardcore Dayton in. Quick tag from Malachi. They're going to try to keep each other fresh, I'm sure. Look at this. 1, 2. Just a quick up there from Hardcore Dayton. He's definitely not out yet. Luster the Legend, though, bringing that arm around. What's he going to do? Oh, we got a tag from Adam Thornstowe on the top rope. Double stomp to the arm. Oh, that could definitely hyperextend your elbow real quick. What do you say, John?
I would say, but I tell you what, if you look at the referee, he's got his head up his rear end. He's not even paying attention to these double team moves.
A beautiful drop kick from the Rock Legend Scum. Almost shades of Mr. Perfect there, if I might say.
Oh, come on.
No, seriously, look at this. Big knee See, they are just really taking it to the arms of Hard Corey Dayton. Thus far, he's got a double stomp to the arm. He's gotten the big knee from Lester the Legend. And look at this. They're continuing to stay on this arm. I have a feeling that they have some bigger plans for that arm, John. What do you say?
Well, they might not. But I tell you what, these guys specialize in the tag team moves. If you isolate either member of the Reno Scum, that's how you're gonna get the victory.
That's true. That's true for sure. Look at this. Big boot to the chest of Hard Corey Dayton. Rock Legend Scum Adam Thornstowe in now. Boy, this kid's got some bright future ahead of him in the wrestling business. Yes. Now Corey Dayton right there. That's showing why in a quick tag, as I mentioned earlier. John, they're going to try to stay fresh so that they can stay on top of the game here. Rock Legend Scums tag back out as well. Just quick in and out tags is going to keep the action nice and steady. A big headbutt there from Lester the Legend in this main event. Into the ropes. Oh. Big elbow there. And a headbutt. Old school style here from Lester the Legend.
Old school style was not using your head as an offensive maneuver. He's obviously cheating. Look how big his head is. His head looks like a brick on top of his neck.
You want to talk about cheating? Big Malachi just grabbed the trunks of Lester the Legend and flung him to the outside. I'm pretty sure that's illegal. Or do you guys, just like you drive on the wrong side of the road, do you have the wrong side of the laws here?
Well, no, of course, the wrestling in Britain is way more of an athletic competition.
See how quick I can get out of the way? Look at that. Yeah. But regardless, Malachi.
I'm surprised you didn't enter the National Football League with moves like that.
You know what? I had given thought to it, but then when I figured out I could become a pro wrestling ring announcer, I said, why go and get hurt when I can sit ringside and do something I absolutely love? And I'm enjoying every minute of it. Folks, thus far, it's been an awesome main event here on the Biggest Little Wrestling Show's inaugural TV event. Channel 12 and Digital 220. Want to thank them, of course, for hosting us every Wednesday, 7 p.m. here in the Biggest Little City.
See, that's the only reason I'm here, because I only work in television. I don't go to these normal little shows that you might see around Reno. This is the biggest, this is the best. It's on television. Look at this.
That's true. There is no other destination in Reno for wrestling. We are it. Reno-wrestle-factory, the main event here. Lester the Legend, the Rock Legend Scum, Adam Thornstowe, collectively known as the Reno Scum, taking on Big and Tasty, Big Malachi, former heavyweight champion in multiple divisions here on the West Coast. And, of course, oh, look at this. Going to Pit City there. Oh,
utterly disgusting.
That here. As much as I like the Reno Scum, the last place I want to be is in Lester the Legend's armpit at any time.
How many times a week do you think the Reno Scum takes a shower? Because it doesn't look like many to me.
You know what? Maybe one, possibly two. I'm not going to give them any more than that, though, because these guys, yeah, they live the lifestyle. That's why you mentioned earlier that Oi was stolen from real punks. These guys are real punks. I don't care what you say, John. Regardless, these guys live it. It's not. I guess you could say a way of life. It's a lifestyle.
He might be a real punk, but he's in real trouble right now. As Corey Dayton is isolating his back right now.
That is true. And look at Lester the Legend trying to come to his friend's aid there. Now Big and Tasty has the upper hand with the Rock Legend Scum down there in the ring. Oh, double boots to the eyes there on Adam Thornstowe. Quick cover, hook in the leg. That's something I definitely like in Malachi. He's not being nonchalant about things. Quick in and out tag work. This is showing why Big and Tasty has been wreaking havoc on that SPW tag team scene on the West Coast. Look at this, right to the kidneys. Hardcore Dayton staying on top of Adam Thornstowe.
You know, there's nothing. Oh, here's a beautiful suplex by Hardcore Dayton. He does everything. You want to compare Adam Thornstowe to some old guys. Corey Dayton doesn't make too many mistakes. Look at that.
That's beautiful.
Taking control of the momentum of Adam Thornstowe.
I see, and that's one thing, John Billington, I am not going to do is take anything away from Big and Tasty, either men. Even as singles wrestlers, as I mentioned, both of them are multiple-time singles champions and tag team champions here on the West Coast and surrounding areas. Look at this.
Look at these knees. There's nothing fancy about Malachi in there. He just straight beats you up.
Dang right, he's just a big brute, I guess you could say, right? Well, check this out. Cover.
We have a caveman.
He does, like a Neanderthal of some sort. Look at this now. Malachi getting a little frustrated on that pin. He's taking Adam Thornstowe by the head. He's got him up. See what he's going to do. Oh, big chop. Adam's right back down there on the ground.
Look at the face of Adam Thornstowe. He's had all the wind knocked out of his gullet.
He needs to get over there in the corner and tag Luster the Legend, who's over there rallying up the crowd behind the Reno Scum. The crowd favorites here tonight. Big chops from Adam Thornstowe. Oh, look at that. Knee right to the breadbasket. And as you can see, Christina Von Eerie ringside. And she's looking on as Adam Thornstowe is basically getting, getting something handed to him, I guess you could say. Oh, look at this. Wow, quick reversal in a small package. 1, 2, and oh. Referee Monkey in there right now and just he's got a 2.5 on him. Adam once again back down, a giant knee to the breadbasket again there. And John, what would be your strategy at this point if you were either team?
Well, obviously, Biggs, the strategy for either team would be to win the match at any means necessary. Now, despite the fact that the referees are obviously biased to the local Reno talent, that Hardcore Dayton and Malachi have got to take the upper hand, which is what they're doing as I speak.
Well, say what you want, John. Right now, definitely Hardcore Dayton and Malachi have the advantage over the Reno Scum. Referee just kind of, you want to talk about bias, he just got pushed by your guy there, and he didn't get DQ'd. What do you say about that, John?
He shouldn't stick his nose in Hardcore's business unless he's going to disqualify him.
Say what you want, the rules are rules, and like I said, obviously your rules are just as backwards as the way you guys drive on the other side of the pond.
We drive on the left, which is the right way to drive.
The right's the right to me, but that's neither here or there. Let's not talk about the roadways. Let's talk about what's going on in the ring right now. Big belly-to-belly suplex from Malachi on Adam Thornstowe, who desperately needs to get to the corner to make a tag to his tag team partner, Luster the Legend.
You know, all these guys definitely spend a lot of time in the gym, but did you see how easily Big Malachi tossed Adam Thornstowe like he was a cheap bag of cereal?
Yes, definitely did. A big, well, not a major, but a big enough size advantage for Malachi on Adam Thornstowe to where he's got this upper hand here, and Adam is just really, you can just see the pain in his face. As you look at him, he's trying to crawl over there. Luster the Legend, fresh. He's ready to get in, ready to wreak some havoc on Big and Tasty, but Big and Tasty keeping the upper hand on the Reno Scum and not letting him get over there to his partner in that corner. Smart strategy by Big and Tasty. I got to give it to him because right now, John, they are looking pretty good.
They are looking pretty good, almost as good as Christina Von Eerie on the outside.
Well,
to get a piece of that.
Well, you got to be a little Von Leary of doing that right now because you won't want to mess with these two guys, the Reno Scum, and I guarantee you, if you went over there, John, and tried to mess with Christina Von Eerie, you'd have to deal with those two nasty individuals. Right now, Hardcore Dayton's down, but oh, look who's also down, Luster the Legend, as Malachi comes in from behind with a big clubbing forearm across the back. Now he's in the corner getting some chops. Look at this, the referee's got to get control of this match. Oh, into the corner. Oh, a big miss by Malachi on the boot, and Luster the Legend hooks the other boot. Oh, the Tree of Woe. This is not good. This is really not good. Oh, look at Hardcore Dayton into a, no way. No way. He's got him set up for a legend bomb into the corner. Damn it. Look at that. Look at that. How is Malachi even alive after taking that blunt force of a human body into his skull? 1, 2, the... Oh.
It's quite a devastating maneuver. I've never seen that before. Obviously, the tag team wrestling that I'm used to witnessing isn't full of action like this. Is that part of the rules? You could just throw your opponent into his partner?
Well, when one's in the ring, you do have that 5 count, John. Remember that in American wrestling. I'm not sure if you guys have that there either. Maybe 10 over there. But right now, oh, look at him swing him around. And that probably took as much of a toll on Luster the Legend. It seems like, oh, look at this. Big spear from Malachi. Almost 300 pounds of muscle coming at you. Oh, and a super kick from the Rock Legend Scum, Adam Thornstowe. Big Malachi on the outside. He's feeling it. What's this? What? Hold on. Look at John. He's up and over. Oh, right over the top rope on top of Malachi's head. Could have broke his neck there.
I'm at a loss for words.
The Rock Legend Scum showing why he's one of the top competitors in Northern California right now. Look at this. Luster the Legend setting up for the day after tomorrow. Up and over. Oh, the devastating double stomp to the back of the head of Hard Corey Dayton. This one seems academic at this point to me. 2, 3, it's over.
Illegal, man. I wasn't even paying attention. There was so much going on. The referee's got to make sure that was a legal man, or we could have a miscommunication in the victory.
You know, I can't honestly say for sure, but the referee, I trust Monkey enough to think that he knows what's going on, and the winners of this contest are the hometown favorites, the Rock Legend Scum Adam-Thornstowe, Luster the Legend as the crowd goes crazy, the Reno Scum. They are victorious tonight.
How can you trust the referee named Monkey?
Hold on, wait. How can you trust guys named Malachi and Hard Corey Dayton? Look at this. Look at this. Malachi, big. Oh! Look at that devastating maneuver he just did on the Rock Legend Scum. Now he's got. What's this? Oh, right into the kidneys.
Well, of course he's pissed off. The referees have been all over their case for the entire evening.
Hold on. Damn it, John, what is this? What? It's that double arm! Oh, that pile driver! He just spiked him.
I've heard of that move all the way from the UK. Malachi was in PWI.
Look at him. He's injured.
Oh my God.
He might have brain injuries. They've told me to clear the table at this point, which I obliged nicely.
The devastation of the cross-arm pile driver.
That's a referee.
Has been tail. Oh my God, what is he doing here?
Oh, and now he's got a table. He's got. Oh, who is that? It's the big wrecking ball, Paul Isadora. Christina Von Eerie went and got him.
Well, the Reno Scum need any help. What is the deal here?
Oh, come on now. Just to look at them. Look at them. They're down. They need the wrecking ball out there. He is their hope right now to help them from getting injured anymore. And look, he's calling them off. Because
brought out Christina Von Eerie. What do they need a 7-foot giant for?
She's a lady. What is she gonna do? Come on, John.
She's a wrestler. She can hold her own. The Big and Tasty didn't bring anyone out here.
Now the score is evened up a little bit. Big wrecking ball's in there. 3-on-2. He's got them both around the neck. They're going for the ride. What? Wait a minute. What's going on, John? Oh, no! You're kidding me. You're kidding me.
That's what I want to see.
This is sick. Come on.
Adam-Thornstowe on the apron.
Oh, Adam's fighting back. Come on, Adam. Come on, get him in. Oh. What? Wait a minute. No, tell me no. Damn it. Oh. God. Right down on the body of Luster the Legend. Reno Scum has just been annihilated. Come on, leave her alone. That's a lady. Come on. Look, Luster the Legend was already hurt after that cross-arm pile driver. Now we've got him down the concrete. Adam was just slammed through him on a table. That table exploded. This is sick. Come on.
Definitely got my money's worth, that's for sure.
Wrecking ball, Paul Isadora. What a disappointment. Not just to me, but to all the fans here tonight in Reno at the RWF's inaugural biggest little wrestling show. I can't believe this, John. Folks, we've got lots more matches that are going to be heading your way in television in next few weeks here. So Channel 12. Make sure you tune in every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Digital 220 for the best in wrestling action.
Where are you going to see action like this? Look at all these. Let's have a look back at some of the devastation that we saw during this matchup.
That was disgusting. Look at that.
You call this thing here.
That is a legend bomb into the Tree of Woe. That is just disgusting right there, how Malachi could even be alive. And look at that. That is the most gruesome of all the terror they had.
Impressed with all the characters I've seen, but that choke slam through the table takes the cake.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, for John Billington, I'm Jay Biggs, saying thank you for joining us.